This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
The first match here, it's Kalisto pinning Ryback to retain the U.S. title, 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Meltzer would say the stadium was empty for this match as there were major problems with getting fans into the building with the entranceways being shut down. There were Goldberg chants immediately. Ryback undid the padding on a turnbuckle. Kalisto gave him a drop toe hold, and Ryback's head hit the exposed metal. Kalisto followed for the pin. And this felt like a dark match in the sense that both guys seemed like they were being held back from doing anything past the basics because it was a long show and they didn't want to burn out the crowd, unlike last year where everyone seemed to try and have a big show performance, 1.5 stars. I read the full match recap and rundown from Meltzer because I wanted to circle in on that last bit there. It felt like a dark match because it felt like they're being held back to not burn out the crowd. And even compares it to the prior year. Do you remember the sentiment the year prior at 31 when we're outdoors in California and Sting's there losing to Triple H and one of the biggest blunders in WrestleMania history, that perhaps we're doing too much? I know you're a little old school, and over on Tony Schiavone's podcast, he's told us that way back when in 86, you used to get annoyed that Sam Houston and Black Bart would go out there and get color in the first match. The idea being, how the fuck do we follow that if that's in the first match? Did that sentiment get back into the WWE between 31 and 32?
Well, I think on those particular matches, now I know having Ryback's matches around that period, he had it. He was ready to be out of there. He just wanted to go. But he wasn't going to go out there, and even that early during the day, and have just a first match. But still, there were things that you didn't want him doing. You didn't want him going outside. You didn't want him fighting outside because we knew it was going to be a long show. We just didn't know how long. And you really didn't want, to go out there and have all this stuff go down. Didn't matter that the people couldn't get to their seats and were in the crowd. This was for the people sitting at home watching the show in its entirety. So I think Ryback had enough. He was going to go out and give them a match. He was going to put the kid over right in the middle, which, I think Manny, which is Kalisto, I think came up to his belly button. Very talented, but physically it was one of those deals like, oh God, David and Goliath. But, it was a match where it was David versus Goliath. David went over. There was just nobody in their seats to see it.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.